my name is Ciarra and welcome back to another episode of Reinventing the Meal. Today we are making one of my favorites. We're making SpaghettiOs. One of my guilty pleasures is, I'll say it, I eat SpaghettiOs straight from the can. I know so many people think that's weird and they're like, why don't you warm them up? It's just how I've always done it. You can come at me if you want, but I'm sure you do weird shit too. So, but anyway, we're gonna be making those homemade today. Some adult SpaghettiOs, if you will. We're gonna start off with our tomato sauce first, and in a pan, we're gonna drizzle some olive oil. We're gonna throw in some diced white onion and a couple of diced or minced garlic. We're just gonna saute those until they are soft and aromatic and your entire apartment smells incredible. From there, you're gonna add about like a tablespoon of tomato paste, and you're just gonna stir that in until it becomes like a nice, like deep, rich brick red color. You're gonna add your can of tomato sauce and your can of crushed tomatoes. Stir that in, get it all combined. We're gonna add a couple pinches of some dried oregano as well as some crushed black pepper. We're gonna throw in some sugar in there as well. A few generous pinches of sugar to sweeten up our sauce since our tomatoes are pretty acidic. We just wanna balance that out. A few good leaves of basil. We're gonna stir that all together and you're gonna let it simmer. Once you've stirred in your basil and the rest of your spices, you're gonna add a generous shaving of Parmesan Reggiano. I would say about 1/4 cup is great. If you want it a little cheesier, go ahead and add more. That's totally up to you. For about 20 minutes up to an hour, the longer the better to get all those flavors to get to know each other. And as we know, there's no chunky tomato sauce in SpaghettiOs, so we have to puree this. So once this is done simmering, you're gonna take it, put it in a food processor, and you're just going to blend it until super smooth. Once it is nice and blended, go ahead and set it aside. Then we are gonna get started on our meatballs. You're gonna take a ½ pound of ground beef, put it in a bowl. We also have our breadcrumb mixture, which is a combination of breadcrumbs, some ground sage, crushed red pepper, salt, pepper, and some dried oregano. And by the way, if you've made it this far, the ingredients and the recipe is gonna be in the comments below. Anyway, you're gonna pour about 1/3 cup of your breadcrumb mixture into your meatballs, as well as a few tablespoons of milk. Anyway, mix that all together. Don't be afraid to get in there with your hands. I know raw meat is gross, but when you're cooking, you just gotta get over it. Anyway, once your ground beef and your breadcrumbs and everything is all brought together, we are just gonna roll these into tiny, cute little meatballs. Once you have your meatballs rolled, go ahead and put those in the fridge for 1 hour or up to overnight. If you could do it up to overnight, that is awesome. That is great. Once they are chilled, go ahead and get them on a pan at medium-high heat, and you're just gonna get some nice sear on both sides of these meatballs. Go ahead and line your pan with the meatballs, and you're just gonna let them cook about 3 to 4 minutes per side. You'll know because you'll go to turn them over and they got like a really nice crust on the other side of them. And once you get a nice crust on each side of your little meatballs, you can just do a little tossy toss to just get some additional heat going to the rest of the meatballs themselves, and go ahead and set those aside. So now really it's the easiest part. We just gotta make our pasta, which I'm sure we've done before. You're gonna get your pot of water, you're gonna add a bunch of salt. We want some good salted pasta water. And then I found these perfect tiny cute fucking noodles that look exactly like SpaghettiO noodles. I literally found them at Publix. You might be able to find them at Publix too. If you don't have Publix, try your local grocery store or Italian market. I'm sure they'll have them. Once your water is boiling, go ahead and throw in your noodles. Let them cook according to packaged instructions. Always important that you reserve some of your pasta water. Strain it, pretty easy, pretty simple. And then you're just gonna get a pot. You're gonna throw in your cooked noodles. You're gonna throw in your tomato sauce and give that a good mix. Go ahead and incorporate all of your meatballs. Go ahead and pour the meatball fat in there. That is good stuff. That is flavor. Don't be scared of that. Mix it all together, and I mean, that's pretty much it. You top it with a little bit of Parmesan Reggiano and a few leaves of basil for color, and that's your adult SpaghettiOs. The sauce was sweet, a little nutty, cheesy from the little Parmesan we put in there. It was awesome. It was very delicious. You know, gotta do the usual outro stuff, the whole like, comment, subscribe. You know, I gotta say it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like, and I will see you in the next one.